am Rachel Mitchell, and I am such a teacher. So do you care if I share my screen? I have slides for you guys. Is that going to work? Okay, cool. So thank you so much for being on this call. Like, I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so thankful to be able to add value to your business in some way. Okay. That is exactly what I say to people who watch my stories. Thank you so much for following my stories, my hot mess life. How are you doing? Is it crazy over there? Has life changed drastically for you? Boom. I just connected and added value and invested in someone who was following me. All right. So it's so simple. And my job today is to talk to you about that. Are you a value creator or a value extractor? And I'm going to give you guys a lot of examples of how to actually add value during this incredibly odd, strange, difficult, intense, whatever you want to call it time, right? So I love this illustration of value creator or value extractors. And you can read it. That's for you. I'm not going to go into that a great deal. You guys are smart. You run your own businesses. Just ask yourself, are you creating value? Are you trying to get it from other people? And right now, well, we should always be giving more than we take. Always, you guys, not just during COVID-19, but especially now. We want to up the value aspect. And so the first thing I can encourage you to do is honestly, don't try to keep doing things the way that you have been doing them. Your social media content should change a little bit. Your messages should change a little bit. Just remember, the best gift that you have right now to grow your following, to grow your conversations, to grow your connections is the fact that we are all, every single person on the whole planet, we're all going through the exact same thing. That is a perfect opportunity to connect, to ask people how they're doing, and to start conversations. And the biggest tip I can give you as you are adding value is to be real, be honest, be yourself, and be interested in people, you guys. Be so interested in people that they can't not respond to the messages that you're sending and to the content that you are putting out there, right? So this is just a crazy picture. Me and my boys, we survived day one of homeschooling, right? It was a hot mess. You can tell that by this picture. But you know what? There are a lot of other people out there who are going through the same hot mess. I'm a mom. I have 2 children. I've never homeschooled them before. So it was it wasn't about face, right? It was totally different for our schedule. And other people are going through that too. So give people an opportunity to talk about what we are all going through. And that is one way that you can definitely add value. So be real and just share genuine content. When it comes to talking to people, I will say I love content. I'm going to give you guys examples of content that you can maybe start to share during this time and ways to add value. But honestly, I feel like the best way that we can add value to people's lives is to go into their inbox. And just like I said, if somebody's watching my story or they're commenting on my post or they're liking my post or I have a new follower, it's always life-giving to say thank you. You can always say thank you. We all love to hear that. Thank you for following my crazy life. Thank you for watching my stories. Is everything just a little bit wacky in your world today too? Has your routine changed a lot? I am showing interest in other people. And when people know you're interested, it gives them an opportunity to feel valued, to feel thought about, to open up a conversation, to have a real conversation. And so whenever I am investing in people through these genuine conversations, and I do this every day, I tell my team, if you wake up tomorrow and you don't have messages in your inbox, you didn't do your job yesterday, okay? So I connect with people every single day. It's my favorite part of my business, honestly. And I think it's why I have such success in converting conversations to customers and coaches, okay? Because people know I care. People know I want to talk to them. They know I want to know about them, all right? So this is really simple. If you're doing the work, if you're doing the things on the tracker, like Megan talked about, if you're putting content out there, you will never, ever run out of people to start messages with every single day. All right. So I message people who are watching my stories, new followers, people liking my content. And I never go into an inbox, and you guys know this. I know you know this. but like I never go into an inbox and say, hey, do you want to join my challenge group, right? I always go through a very, very genuine conversation before I even ask them, unless they ask me first, which sometimes they do because I'm consistent in talking about my challenge groups and things. But during this time, I want to encourage you, please, please, please don't go silent. Don't go silent. I see so many coaches doing that. And I feel like we are, it's like Melanie said in the beginning, the people who stay consistent, yes. Are you going to have to adapt a little bit? Yes, absolutely. We should be adapting our content and our business. But if you stick with it during this time, if you continue to serve people through your social media content, through your messages, through your challenge groups, free groups, whatever it is, like you are going to be the person that everybody comes to when this is over. And honestly, you're going to be the person people come to right now while this is happening. Okay. Studies, like research has already shown there are a lot more people on Instagram and on Facebook right now. Instead of pulling away from it, people have more time on their hands. They have more time to go. So what are you giving them that's going to make them want to come back to your page right now? Because honestly, people are hungry for hope. They don't want to hear the next doomsday news report, like everything's falling apart. People want to be encouraged. They want to come to our page and say, yeah, it's hard right now, but this is how I'm coping with it. This is how I'm dealing with it. And this is how I want to encourage you. People are really lonely, you guys. So like, if ever, I know some coaches are always like, oh, I don't want to make people think something if I message them, or I'm afraid of being salesy. Don't be salesy. Just go encourage people in their inbox. A lot of people don't have anybody to talk to, right? Like people want to have that community now more than ever. And I'm going to tell you how to tweak your content so you can serve your audience, but don't stop running your business. Don't stop inviting people to your challenge groups, because a lot of the value that we actually have to give to people exists in those challenge groups, like Janelle was just talking about. It exists in them getting plugged into a workout and a community and a meal plan and a shake. Like that is value for people. We cannot forget that. Right now, this may be one of the best things that happens to people who are currently following you and you're having conversations with. So it is definitely a time to think outside the box. Okay. Don't do business as always, in that you should be changing up things. For me personally, these are some things that I've done a little bit differently. Some I've always done, but I'm just doing more of it. I've asked for testimonials from clients. Like, how is being a part of the Full Life Project, which is our challenge group, how is that helping you through this time? And a couple of girls have made me some videos, and I can share those in my stories, right? So I'm highlighting other people, not just myself. Do some really fun stuff, like interview your kids. Like, my kids don't love to be on my social media, but sometimes they'll like roll with it. And, people want to see us living daily life and what that looks like. Share family workout ideas. We have those free workouts that we can absolutely give away, like just give away to people who are kicked out of their gym for now. And a lot of families, a lot of teachers who are home, parents who are home, kids they don't want their kids, they're playing video games all day, right? So show pictures of you working out with your kids, videos, and offer to give that away for free and help kids who are stuck at home. Ask for tips when facing the unknown. So like, this was something, Henry had a birthday last week. And we like put a bunch of balloons in the house. We get decorations. Well, obviously I wasn't going to the party store because I was doing my job. I was staying at home. And I asked people who were following me, I put a question box in my stories, and I was like, oh my gosh, give me your best, on the fly, like birthday ideas. Like, what can I do to make this special for Henry? And you may be like, Rachel, how's that adding value? Okay. People want to tell you things. They want to give you advice. They want to share what's worked for them. Right. And it was also an amazing conversation starter. And it had nothing to do with fitness. It had nothing to do with Beachbody. It had everything to do with my family. And it was also ideas that I could turn around and I shared in my stories. And it showed that people were engaging with me. And I got some really good ideas, honestly, and Henry's birthday was great. Okay. So that was one way that I did something a little different. Recognize other women who are inspiring you. Just the little share button goes a long way. If you see somebody who's super encouraging, or, you know, shares a great quote or whatever, or maybe it's, you know, like a challenger or another coach or somebody, like definitely recognize other people every single day and make it less about you and more about other people. This last one, you know, like, again, people are stuck in their homes, and we did this last month. We did a little like virtual happy hour kind of thing. You know, if you're doing coaching opportunity calls this month, which you should be, you just flip it around, change the concept, change the theme to make it fit the times that we're going through. And, you know, do something like host a virtual mom's night out or girls night out or something like that, and invite people to hear your coaching story. All right. So those are just some ways to do it a little differently. And I put this on here, like, again, the people that rise up out of this, the coaches who continue to run their business, the coaches who adapt to make it work and to serve people more, like we're not victims. Honestly, you guys, nobody is a victim. And I'm not negating what's going on. People are sick. I get that. But we have an opportunity to absolutely fight, not only for our businesses, but to serve people through this time. And it is I hate what's going on, but it's an awesome opportunity to be a light in what is currently and always a very, very dark world, okay? And then the last thing I want to share with you guys, these are some tangible, take a picture if you want to, just some ideas. Like, I challenged my team last night. I said, let's make April the month that we absolutely like bring the joy in social media, in our content. Let's shine bright, right? So what does that look like? It's a lot of, what does that look like in terms of value? You know, just think about what people are going through and think about how you can be that positive voice in their world today. You know, share a tip or a recipe to battle like the constant urge to eat the pantry, right? So like last night in my stories, I just told people, you know, like, have a cup of tea, Friday night tip. Drink a cup of hot tea. You've got something in your hands. You're not tempted just to eat and grab. You know, it was very simple, but a lot of people are sitting there thinking, oh, I'm stuck at quarantine. I'm bored. You know, like, I just want to eat. So like, we want to encourage people not to do that, right? Share something funny from being home with your kids. Like, you probably have great content if you have kids. If not, you know, maybe it's your husband or somebody else, but like, just share the real raw stuff and let people see that your life is crazy just like everybody else's. Share a song that makes you smile or lifts your spirit, or share a Spotify playlist, you know, like, tell people, hey, I've got a whole playlist. If you need some pump up music to get you motivated to work out, you know, while everything seems crazy, like, just go to the link in my bio, like, literally give it away. You can make a Google form, whatever, if you want to collect emails, but it's okay to give things away sometimes, because those people are going to come back if you do. All right. Share a scripture verse or motivational quote to battle fear. People are afraid, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but we can encourage people not to let fear guide their daily life and thought process, right? And share how you are battling those thoughts and those fears, and combat it with truth. Share ways to keep your kids active. Celebrate, you know, actually being with our families instead of hating it. You know, I think that people are tired of hearing people complain, honestly. And I think that it's, you know, like somebody said somewhere, I think I heard it on a podcast. All right, we're 2 weeks in. Okay, we have adjusted. This is our reality right now. Let's stop complaining about it and let's show what's good about it. I put adopt a dog on here because Farron did that, and I just thought that was so cool. Like, that was so uplifting and so cool and so cute. Don't go adopt a dog if you can't do that. Like, that's just maybe Farron. Encourage people to embrace the good of this season, and definitely, I can't say it enough, like, definitely recognize other people, whether it's a teammate, a challenger, you know, just a social media influencer, it doesn't matter. But like, I think that it's really always encouraging, and like, just to see that this is not just about me. This is not just about Rachel. Like, I want to lift other people up. Okay, so that is, oh gosh, y'all are gonna start adopting puppies. That's awesome. Yes, I will share these slides. But those are my best tips for adding value. Guys, you know, you're gonna be and don't be afraid to give stuff away. Please trust me on that. people will come back to you over and over. And these people who are watching you today will be your challengers 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Just stick with it and be consistent, and know that you have an opportunity to be a light. All right, so I am passing it off. I'll read your comments. I'm passing it off to